I know Chigs is in here recording or some shit.
No shit smooth in here, right? So whatever you
Oh, so
say,
you know Che gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chig's gonna be on YouTube with it, man. I
But
like
just
you.
come on.
Slaughterhouse was already dead. Y'all just didn't know it. It was already dead. Whenever a group member, not myself, reaches out to another group member and doesn't get a return phone call in 3 months, it's not a group anymore. Whenever somebody doesn't, a brand says, hey, we're gonna not drop another official album for another 10 years, and every time it's brought up, nothing ever happens, it's not a group anymore. Anytime people can't even get in contact with each other, it's not a group anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's so funny to me for them to pretend as if there was ever going to be any new Slaughterhouse music. We tried that for a decade. It never worked. It never happened. I don't know what else to say. It's not a group. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to tell you some straight up facts, my brother. If me and you in a group and you text me, and this is not even me, I ain't even talking about, I ain't naming no names, and you text me and I don't get back to you for 3 months, are we still a group? That's crazy. That's crazy. It just wasn't a group, bro. It was already over. You hear me? And I want y'all to understand that. It was already over. Before the rise and fall of Slaughterhouse, that shit was already over. And you know what? It started becoming over after the song, one of those songs, somebody asked me about the songs on Twitter the other day, and I said I didn't like the backstory. It wasn't Truth or Truth. It was the other song. I can't remember. K Young is singing the hook on there. But that was so many years ago. That was the beginning of the end. That was the beginning of the end for the group then. And that was years ago. That was years ago. But I was so blinded by loyalty and friendship that I wasn't peeping the game. See what I'm saying? So it been over. And I'm only speaking on it because somebody just accused me of destroying a group that was already destroyed. But it's all good though. Nah, it wasn't move on. It wasn't goodbye. It wasn't move on. It was what was the name of that fucking song? Maria. You remember that song? You hit me about it on Twitter. Oh, it's called Gone. Yes. It's called Gone. It's called Gone. That was the beginning of the end of Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? So, you know how it go. What's happening, Tory June? What's up, Earthquake COB? Yeah, but that was the beginning of the end of the group. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't peeping it at the time. And these are jewels, man. Listen, dog. Let me just be honest with y'all, okay? When I went to Death Row Records in the end of 1999, Pac had his untimely demise already. Dr. Dre had left the label. Snoop was gone. But a lot of people who were still there, knew these guys and worked with these guys that I just named. And I sat back and I listened to all the stories about how Pac was. I met Pac for sure, but I wasn't working closely with Tupac ever. I listened to the stories about Snoop, about them. I knew Snoop since I was a kid, but You know, I listened to how they got down as artists, and I learned from that. You hear me? I learned from that. Like Pac's work ethic over there was crazy, incredible. So I wasn't gonna come in as the new guy and drop the ball. You feel me? I was gonna make sure that my work ethic was crazy and incredible too. You know, I learned that from Tupac's experience at Death Row. I learned different things from Snoop. I learned different things from Dre and all that, right? So I say all that to say this. Learn from this experience. If you are an artist out there and you're in a group or anything, learn from this experience, you know, because I was so blinded by loyalty and friendship that when things were falling apart, I didn't even recognize it. I didn't even see it. You know what I mean? I didn't see it. I didn't allow myself to see it. So be aware and be in the moment in your rap groups, in your R&B, whatever you're doing, man, your businesses with your partners. Just be in the moment and be aware of what's going on around you and use communication when you have questions. You know, our downfall was, I say rap about it, and that's true. You know, I love to rap, but sometimes you got to talk about it. Sometimes you got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So instead of making raps about what's going on inside the group and never coming to the table and talk, we got to talk about it, all of us. And I feel like you guys, any upcoming artists that's watching this, because I see a lot of y'all, I see y'all posting y'all music links and all that, and I wish y'all the best. If you're watching it, you know what I'm saying, just really understand that. Try to learn from this. Try to learn from this. Communication is key. Don't let blind loyalty get you in some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you never get your time back. I didn't have gray hairs when I started in Slaughterhouse. You feel me? I'm never getting that time back. It's over. And that's the most valuable commodity that I have, that we have. It's never coming back. You understand me? So don't waste a lot of your time. No? Don't allow people to waste your time. I'm never getting that time back. You know what I'm saying? And it was some good times too, though. It's all good. It was some good times too. You feel me? But you know. But it really, yeah, intentions matter, Abel. And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? Intentions matter. And I make sure that I check my intentions. That's what I just do in life. I check my intentions, period. What are my intentions? You feel me? So, yeah, don't waste a lot of time. You feel me? Don't waste a lot of time. Come out, do your thing, and stay aware. And if you can't just stay aware because you're in creative mode all the time, have somebody that you trust next to you peeping the situation, so they could pull your coattail and say, hey, yo, here's how I feel about this and what's going on. You know what I mean? That'll be a real jewel for y'all. You know what I mean? Because you got to learn and adapt. That's the only way you're going to survive the game, is if you learn and you adapt. You know what I'm saying? Will we ever speak again? I'm not certain, because what happens when there's a fallout, they feel like I started this fallout. I feel like their refusal to rap and communicate started this fallout. So whenever there's a fallout, other things start coming to the light. You feel me? Other things start coming to the light. Whenever there's a fallout, other things start coming to the light. So now that these other things are popping up, things that people are saying to me, well, now that you're not over there, I can tell you this about that. They're enlightening me on things that were happening in the past where people were doing some, I'm not going to say shady business, because y'all go take that like I'm talking about shady, but it was shady business. So even though I could get over that and move on, I just want to know what is there to talk about. You know what I'm saying? What is there to talk about? You feel me? Like, what is there to talk about? Are we going to talk about facts and truth? Or are we going to allow ourselves to have an ego-driven conversation where we point the fingers around the room and nothing gets achieved? Now, I already talked to Joe. You know what I'm saying? You know, I told Joe what I wanted to tell him. I got my bars off. You feel me? But everything that I say, I stand on it. You know what I mean? Because that's just how I was raised. I was raised to stand on it. Like, I come from a place where you couldn't be capping like that. You know how many fades you'll have to catch if all you doing is capping all day? Where I come from, you couldn't. So, you know, I just wasn't raised. I don't know. That's why sometimes I felt like I didn't fit in this industry. You know? That's why sometimes I felt like I didn't fit in this industry, because it's a lot of capping. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that don't sit well with my spirit. You feel me? But hey, I did it anyway because there was too many of y'all saying, "Hey man, we like your shit." So I was like, "All right, dope. That's beautiful." So who knows? Who knows if we will? And if we do, my intentions are not hatred. My intentions are not, I don't have no malice in my intentions. If I ever talk to any of them, I don't got malice in my intentions. You know what I'm saying? That don't get you nowhere. So a convo with Joe on the pull-up. We already had a convo with Joe on the pull-up. Let's talk about the pants, dog. Somebody said, let's talk about the pants. Yo, I don't know what pants he was talking about, but my friend is a designer. And on that video, I wore some pants that my friend designed because I like to support my friends. So I didn't think nothing was wrong with them. But if he had a problem with them,